Welcome to Canna City Limits, a weekly showcase of musical talent streamed and recorded live from the First Church of Cannabis in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana. On tonight's show, Turetsky, ManSuper, and Charlie Hester. Now, on with the show.
Thank you. It's nice to see you too. My name is Turetsky and I never practice. That way each set is spontaneous and unrehearsed. You discover the comedy at the same time I do. But we don't stand on formality here. I don't want you to think of me as an entertainer. No, I'd rather you see me as a stranger that Bill hired to come in and ruin your beautiful evening. Now it's a thrill for me to open the show, really it is. Normally, when you want to get a guy to open the show, you want somebody who's going to get the crowd fired up, on their feet, ready to rock and roll. Well, they couldn't find anybody like that, so you got me instead. Thank you. Looking around at this lovely sanctuary, Church of Cannabis, I'm reminded of a great compliment a friend once paid me. Came up to me after a show, said, "Ken, you are the king of empty rooms. Nobody plays an empty room the way you do." I said, "That's great. Anybody can play the small empty rooms. Play the big empty rooms, then you got something. Play an empty Radio City Music Hall, mister, you made it." Now, right after this, I'm going to book the Vogue. Don't come see Ken. He's the king of empty rooms. Watch him perform? Not so much. Now, I'm not from here, but I have a deep respect for the state of Indiana. And your beautiful fields of genetically modified corn and soybeans and corn and soybeans. You ever think about growing a tomato? A pepper maybe? Somebody might want to make a salad? Now I know the family farmers in Indiana are doing great. Ethanol subsidies, they're making $1 million, they're rolling in it. Not growing hemp just yet. Me, I'm nostalgic for a time when the small family farmer was still killing himself for the insurance money. This song is for the poor, starving family farmer. May he live forever. It's called Big Black Barn. Be the end When you listen to my songs, it's impossible to hate America.
Sure about that?
Yeah, more or less. And yet, I admit to suffering a bit of the melees, the ennui. Politics, you know. I mean, can you believe the things they're saying about President Trump? They're already talking about impeaching him. They say he's acting like a dictator. Give the guy a chance. He's only in his first term. He still has several more to go. You know, dictator. No, the president has big plans for America. We're going to repeal democracy and replace it with something terrific. Believe me, people, believe me. Oh, the reviews are already coming in from the live feed. They're calling my set chaos. Chaos! Nothing could be further from the truth. My set is a fine-tuned machine. Fake audiences are saying that. So I invite you now to wallow with me, because we're all miserable. This next song, I'm so low a fallen woman won't have me. I feel down, feel blue, got nothing to do to count all the hairs in my head. Watch the mice in the corner, the cat in the window, each wishing the other was dead. How did I come to this dark state of mind? You may ask when I fell from the grace of mankind. Well, it's just this old life, to tell you quite simply, though I'm looking at the Lord's hairy behind. I'm so low, a fallen woman won't have me. Surrendered to fate at the point of a gun. I'm ashamed to be seen in my current condition. You can just turn me over, because I am done. Well, someone once said it's the struggle that matters. If you got a cause, you should love it. So first I got angry, then I got mad. Finally I just said, oh, fuck it. I made a choice to embrace the despair. Gazed into the abyss, said, hello down there. Then I ran for the White House. When I won it, withdrew my complaint. The election was rigged. I'm so low, a fallen woman won't have me. Surrendered to fate at the point of a gun. Aim to be seen in my current condition. You can't just turn me over, because I am done. Well, maybe I've got a future, maybe you got one too. Maybe the whole earth won't disintegrate. The poor will get fed and airplanes will fly, and we'll let those refugees immigrate. But for the moment I treasure my sad little song. It's giving me a reason to hang on this long. Well, it's just this old life, could be nothing more, and my faith in misfortune is forever strong. I'm so low, a fallen woman won't have me. Surrendered to fate at the point of a gun. I'm ashamed to be seen in my current condition. You can't just turn me over, because I am done. You can't just turn me over, because I am done. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I envy you people. I have to think of this stuff. You can just sit back and be amazed. All right, so people are still heated up. I've heard some threatening talk. See, the country needs a safety valve. I say, so thank God we live in a nation with ready access to guns, so crazy people have a way to blow off steam. Now, come on, don't be negative now. The graveyard's still half full, it's not half empty. It's inspiring for me to see people all over this land. They're out in the streets in LA, Chicago, New York, Miami, Myanmar, Mooresville. They're marching, they're chanting slogans, they're waving signs, standing up, demanding the right to march and chant slogans and wave signs. But folk singers are writing protest songs again. Audiences come to me, they say, Ken, you're a folk singer, not a very good one, but you fit the description. You have any, kill protest songs? I say, no, I don't have any protest songs, but I do complain a lot. These stage lights are too bright. A person could get a macular degeneration from these stage lights that's so bright. How is somebody expected to perform a show with all these strangers looking at them? For God's sakes. I'm doing an impression of my grandma. Does anybody here know my grandma? Good, it sounds exactly like her. If I were going to protest anything, it would be the inevitable. I've decided when my time comes, I'm not going. If God wants me, he's going to have to kill me, which I believe he can do. Anytime you're ready, but not right now. I'd like to introduce a new member of the band. I got a good deal. These harmonicas on eBay, used, by used. This one came with extra lip crust. You just dump out the spit and they're good to go. Just get over there where I need you. Right. This song's called I'll Get Old and Die. You'll see me on my cloud waving bye, bye, bye. At the time I take my leave, then yes, I'll just quit breathing. I don't need a damn reason. I'll get old and die. entitled to die. Fantastic. This is way too easy, like drowning little baby kittens in the bathtub. Yeah. Well, as you can tell by now, I'm alone. It's a very sad thing. As an entertainer, I've spread so much joy to the faceless masses, and yet so often my magic has failed on a personal level. Reminds me of the last thing my girlfriend said to me on her way out the door. You pretty much ruined people for me. Gave me more time to spend with my inner demons. And together we wrote this beautiful ballad. She thinks her excrement has no odor. Some people got it, she got it too. It's just a gift that makes her special. The thing that makes her better than you. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. She cuts a fart and calls it music. She says she likes to pump her own gas. But let her smell your fear and it's over. At your funeral she'll be blowing taps. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. She'll only have a man if he's pretty. Berates him for his 0 IQ. She makes him change and then she dumps him. Because now he's not the man she knew. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. One day a scientific commission will probe her soul, her body and mind. They'll try to date her, but she'll refuse them. When it's finished, this is what they'll find. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. Her shit don't stink. She thinks her excrement has no odor. Thank you. When I play Her Shit Don't Stink, every woman knows he's singing to me. I've been watching you. You are a really beautiful audience. That is no bullshit. Well, it is bullshit. You're such a beautiful audience that I made up all new bullshit just for you. I feel like some blues. This next year's song's called My Fat Ass Itches, because it does. A 1, 2. I'm riding in the subway, and ooh, I got a scratch. A cop slaps and a handcuff. Say, boy, you can't do that. Just cause you fat ass itches. Your fat ass itches. Your fat ass itches, but oh, you can't be let out. Oh, that away. I used to have a woman, but I couldn't love her right. Said, honey, please excuse me, come back tomorrow night because my fat ass itches. My fat ass itches. My fat ass itches, and I can't do that. Oh, this away. Oh, Lord, I tried everything. Preparation H, hot bath, high fiber diet, yoga, meditation, and prayer meetings. But nothing will relieve this nagging itch. I fear it will be with me till my last dying day. Baby, you don't know what discomfort is. Thank you very much. You know, I've been in this business a long time, weeks and weeks. I feel that gives me the right to give some advice. So I just want to say to you, anybody out there, no matter your age or level of experience, just keep at it, whatever you're doing, keep at it, keep plugging. One day you're going to find something that you really enjoy failing at. It's true that at some point the bitterness overwhelms the irony. But, the key is to just keep that irony one step ahead. And so, time goes by and I realize I'm no longer the ambitious loser I used to be. So you adjust your perspective, change your goals. Why waste time bitching about the things you haven't got? Learn to be happy bitching about the things you already have. Well, so you may not find that cure for cancer. You still might get cancer, and a bright young doctor will dissect your cadaver. Maybe he'll find a cure for cancer. The important thing is to suffer visibly, wait for somebody to notice, and declare you a saint. So in the end, you're going to find it's not the bitter failure that counts. No, it's all the shit you got to go through to get there. And if you can't find the humor in your problems, well, that's because they're not very funny. That's why they call them problems. I'd like to dedicate this closing song to all the poets whose desiccated corpses were cremated on pyres built of their unsold manuscripts. If they found me dead, dead and gone, my spirit fled, my life dead and my body done, I'd be in a better place, a peaceful smile upon my face, my clammy fingers wrapped around the gun. If they found me dead as a lox, and on my plate a burger from Jack in the Box, who wouldn't go to work at 8 and do that stupid job I hate and wear the toes out of my socks. If they found me dead as a lost. Let's reflect on this beautiful set. The many horrible, horrible years ahead of us. They found me dead, stiff as wood, but really looking for a dead guy pretty good. In my dear departed state, I'd be forever selling bait. I would have got a lot more if I could. If they found me dead, dead and gone, my spirit fled, my life fit and my body done. I made a lot of crummy plans, but now I wouldn't give a damn. The coolest cat in Forest Lawn. If they found me dead, dead and gone. If they found me dead. Come on, everybody. Oh, beautiful. Well, that's it for me. I got things to do. But before I go, I'm going to remind you, instead of coming out playing these stupid songs, you're going to stay at home tonight. Watch the live stream with you people at home. But that would only mean that the terrorists have already won. Thank you, Canna City Limits. What a wonderful show! You're a terrific audience. My name is Ken Turetsky, Turetsky Syndrome on Facebook, and find me on iTunes. Lots more show coming up. Good night!
Oh yeah, keep it for Ken Turetsky!
Tonight's show is brought to you by Eye on the Hill, City's West Side one-stop hippie shop. Spice, April, Rolling, Gifts and Collectibles. Located at 3789 West 16th Street, one block east of the Boulder Speedway. Call them at 317-972-4455. 317-972-4455.
And on the stage now, coming at you, ManSuper.
Hello, welcome to the First Church of the Cannadas. This first tune I wrote here goes out to this beautiful little babe named Megan. Couldn't remember any of the verses of that song, so that was kind of a short one. But I did it great today at home, and then I got here and I couldn't remember shit. All right, so here we go. This one goes out to this beautiful little girl named Autumn. Got here a little love note she wrote me. Oh, no. She said, fuck you. All right. This one goes out to a beautiful little girl named Heather. Let's get together. I'll give you so much. Well, Sandy, hey, hey, girl, hear the wedding bell sound? Well, Sandy, hey, hey, girl, that booty makes my heart pound. If you tell me yours does too, and I find out that it's true, watch me leap the tallest building in a single bound. You know who I am? I am the man, super. You know who I am? I am the man, super. You higher than a bird on a wire. Mariah, I can get you higher, and you'll be a frequent flyer. Mariah, I can get you high. She looks so delicious, not just bubble gum. She is bubble looks good. She looks so delicious. I just woke up. She is delicious. Trish, if I could do some cunnilingus, I would fall down and say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. All right, this last little tune I got for you goes out to this beautiful little chick named Stacy. Stacy, I bet your pussy's pretty tasty. Tasty, just like a jelly-filled pastry. Stacy. Stacy, what you think about her? Spacey, amazing. I bet your anus feels amazing and tasty, just like a cinnamon and raisin. And Stacy, with some icing and some glazing. And Stacy. Stacy, I bet your pussy's pretty tasty. Tasty, just like a jelly-filled pastry. Stacy. Stacy, I bet your pussy's pretty tasty. Tasty, just like a jelly-filled pastry. Stacy. Stacy, what you think about her? Spacey, amazing. I bet your anus feels amazing and tasty, just like a cinnamon and raisin. And Stacy, with some icing and some glazing. Stacy, I bet your pussy's pretty tasty. Tasty, just like a jelly-filled pastry. Stacy. Stacy, I bet your pussy's pretty tasty. Yay! First Church of the Cannadas. Yay!
Oh yeah, keep it going for ManSuper. Once again, we are going to take a short break, and then we'll be returning with Charlie Hester. Don't go away.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Eye on the Hill. You need West Side one-stop candy shop. Pints, papers, donuts, gifts and collectibles. Located at 3789 West 16th Street, 1 block east of the Motor Speed Road. Call them at 317-972-4455. 317-972-4455.
And our next performer of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Charlie Hester.
Well, hello, Canna City Limits. How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I am so excited to be here. This is just an awesome setup, and I am so thrilled that I get to be here with you and also with millions of viewers online right now. There's millions, right? Yeah, okay, because I'm not taking off my clothes again. Okay, so you guys, I would just like to start off with an announcement. I have lost 101 pounds. Yes. I don't have any jokes about that. I just really like bragging. But you know, your body, when you lose that much weight, your body really changes. And some of the changes were amazing. They were awesome. I loved them. Some of the changes were awful. And so I am going to start off tonight by singing you guys a song about body acceptance. I had 3 beautiful children. I breastfed them all. Then I lost a bunch of weight. That's when they started to fall. Now these girls are harder to wrangle than a golden snitch. But that's the way it goes when you are gravity's bitch. Well, these titties get longer with each passing year, migrating down into my southern hemisphere. They used to be perky till they started to transform. And now these bad girls always keep my kneecaps warm. Well, I have to roll them up so that they fit in this bra. Well, it's just a normal part of having great big tatas. And if you see an older girl without her bra on, don't you be surprised if her bra size is 36 long. But I love my saggy boobs. I love my saggy boobs. So love your saggy boobs. 'Cause I'm not the only one. Ladies, can I get an amen? Amen. That's right. I'm taking this matter to church. Somebody once asked if I wanted reduction surgery, but these saggy boobs and I, we have a long history. So what if they're dangerous when I'm jumping around? If you don't want a black eye from these girls, then duck down. Well, so what if they keep going till they hit the ground? I'll have the best pair of extendable knockers around. And sure, sex is great, and you can fill me with awe, but you'll never feel as good as taking off this bra. 'Cause these things hurt like a son of a bitch. But I love my saggy boobs. I love my saggy boobs. So love your saggy boobs. I'm not the only one. My melons, my bazooms, and this ginormous hanging rack. Well, these are the breaks when puberty leaves you really stacked. These fun bags, these hooters, this lovely sweater meat. These men are so hard to beat. But I hear they're fun to fuck. Oh, I love my saggy boobs. I love my saggy boobs. Hey! Wow. You guys, I feel really bad. I did not bring my harmonica with the neck thing tonight. I know, right? I just didn't feel like blowing anything on stage tonight, so I just left it at home. Wow, you guys are like a really great crowd. You're like small but mighty. I dated a few guys like you. Yeah. Just you're not kind of hooked at the top, so that's good. Wow. I am so excited to be here, you guys. I just keep saying it over and over. This feels like a dream. Maybe not a good one, but you know, one that I might write down in my dream journal for later. This will turn into a song eventually. Hey, speaking of songs, I'm gonna sing you guys the next one, moving right along. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm gonna talk about something else. It is May, and May is Lyme Disease Awareness Month, and I have Lyme disease. It really ticks me off. Yeah, but it's really important that we get awareness out. Lyme disease is something that affects millions of Americans, and doctors don't know necessarily how to treat it, and so it's something that I like to talk about a little bit. But I always like to talk about the good things about Lyme disease, like last spring when things were going crazy in my body, my vagus nerve got inflamed, which is weird, but the weirdest part was that every time I sneezed, I would have an orgasm. Yeah, best fucking allergy season I've ever had. I didn't take one Sudafed. Meth production was way up in Vermilion County where I'm from. Yeah, so, but Lyme disease is crazy, and it's also really expensive to treat, and so I am perpetually broke. Like, my debit card got declined for like a Big Mac value meal, so adulting is going real well for me. But my husband looked at the state of affairs in our checking account, and he's like, honey, there's like $5 in our checking account. And I'm like, yeah, that means we don't owe the bank shit right now, and that is awesome. Man, those NSF fees, they get you, don't they? But he looked at me and he's like, honey, we have to have a talk, which sucks, because what are the two things that married people always fight about? Money and sex. Yes, because you don't have either, and that's why you fight about it. So anyway, so we had the talk, and I'm a passive-aggressive bitch, and so I put it into song form, and that's the next song I'm going to sing for you guys. So it starts off with my husband, okay, and he's just laying things out for me. Hey, money's pretty tight right now, and we are kinda poor. I need you to get off the couch and do a little more. Find something that you love to do and turn it into cash. Well, I think he meant an Etsy store where I could peddle crafts. But he was not specific, okay? He continued. We agreed you'd be a stay-at-home until the kids were grown. But now they're all in high school. So bring some fucking bacon home. Okay, now that time, he was very specific. So, I'm a part-time hooker. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you all clap? And they say, do what you love and the money will follow, but there's not enough cash in the road for me to swallow. Working this TNA to fill the ATM. And my work uniform is my birthday suit. It's saggy and it's wrinkled, but it's still kind of cute. Making more money than I do in comedy as a part-time hooker. Now, I know what everybody out there is thinking. Charlie, that's crazy. And also, what are your prices?
Great question. But I find that the economic development of everywhere I go is just a little bit different. And so I kind of like to ask around, kind of see what the going rate is around here. You up here in the front row, you look like you may have recently paid for sex. How much did you pay? 25? Did she have all of her teeth or just some? We call those summer teeth. Some are there, some aren't. 2 teeth. I hope that they were well placed, my friend. Well, I'm a bit more expensive because I am a professional, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about my prices, okay? And I'm going to have you guys clap again just because it gets me off, okay? Well, let's start with missionary for all you gentlemen. I'll charge you by the hour and it costs a Benjamin. And if you want it devious in my back door, I won't charge you any extra and I'll beg for more. 'Cause I'm a part-time hooker. I'm a part-time hooker. Yeah, I'm using these tits to pay for grown-up shit. You know, like water and power and frickin' band camp for my kid. So I don't know if you maybe are interested or not, but I also have a specialty menu if you like things on, you know, the more side. And I'm going to tell you about those real quick. They just cost a little extra. The first thing that I can do, it's called the alligator fuck house, okay? And that's like this, yeah, oh, you know it. It's so good. It's like this really awesome bite and roll thing, okay? It's like an extra $25. Also, I don't know if there are any lesbians in the house tonight, but I have a move that's just for you. It's called the screw-unicorn. And that is when I will take a dildo and I will strap it right on my forehead and I will just freaking go to town on you. Yeah, it's awesome. That's just an extra $50 and you gotta throw me a Dramamine so we don't get sick. So, let's see. I have a really great friend discount, right ManSuper? Yeah, it's pretty good. But I don't have a family discount because it's hard to get a business license in Kentucky. There's no money back guarantee. That's one policy I lack. But if you make me squirt, then you'll get all your money back. Because well done, you. Also, ManSuper had to pay. All right, let's clap one more time. And they say, do what you love and the money will follow. But there's not enough cash in the world for me to swallow. Working this TNA to fill the ATM. And my work uniform is my birthday suit. It's saggy and it's wrinkled, but it's still kind of cute. Making more money than I do in comedy. Come on, you guys, I know you're stoners, but clap faster. They say, do what you love and the money will follow. But there's not enough cash in the world for me to swallow. Working this TNA to fill the ATM. And my work uniform's my birthday suit. It's saggy and it's wrinkled, but it's still pretty cute. Making more money than I do in comedy. As a part-time hooker. So I think we're friends now. You guys know an awful lot about me and I know nothing about you. You up here in the front row, what do you do for a living? Nothing now? Are you retired? Just hanging out? Trying to, relaxing? Is life going pretty well for you? Surviving? Yeah, I get that, man. Sometimes it just feels like, yeah, your head's hitting the pillow at night and you're just kind of surviving. And that's okay. It gets better, I think. Maybe I just need to get you a vibrator. Maybe that would change everything for you. Tell you what, it's a lot cheaper than getting married. Yeah, batteries are way cheaper than a divorce decree. Yeah. So, just saying. So, okay, we need to talk about something super fun. I think I want to do a new song. You guys good with that? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to put down my drink and stop being a basic girl. We'll see how this goes. Well, I heard that you had a really bad day. You came to the bar to drink your cares away. But I've got a much better plan to relax. Let's go back to my place and we can climax. Because sex is much better at blowing off tension. And there's just one more thing that I need to mention. Slow down on the booze, and you better start now. I don't wanna have to tell everybody how. You got whiskey dick, and I was not amused. Now you can't get it up, 'cause you've had too much booze. Well, look at your poor little fella just hang. Well, he's awfully cute, but no good for a bang. Oh, whiskey dick, I'm going out on a limb that your blood alcohol content is higher than him. I guess that you must have had too many shots. In the bar, you're a fireball, but in bed, you're not. Oh, whiskey dick, yes, that's what you've got. And it's like you're shoving Jell-O right up in my slot. Oh, I see that there are some whiskey dick survivors here. Or are you talking about the Jell-O thing? Because I never know which one it is. So go have a wet beer, 'cause there's no moisture here. Or at least stick a finger right up in my rear, 'cause that's kind of fun too. Oh, but a girl, she can't get off on a whiskey dick. No, no, no. It looks like you're going down tonight, because you've got whiskey dick. Wow. So, do any of you guys out there have kids? I know that's a weird transition. I just sang about whiskey dick and I'm talking about kids. By the way, tequila gets you pregnant. I'll tell you that. My kids are 17, 16, and 15. I was real bad at tequila for a while. Yeah, so got kids. How old? 20. Oh, well, that's not a kid. That's an adult. Unless they're still living with you, in which case you can still consider them a kid, I guess. So, yeah, I have 2 teenage girls in my house right now. Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I buy a lot of? Bobby pins. You thought I was going to say the other thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So it's really weird because all of our cycles kind of get kind of close and gets pretty rough in our house for a while. But I figured out the solution. Every month I'll buy a box of Midol and I just crush it all up and then I just throw it in a box of cereal. Seriously, I call it frosted Midol wheats. Everybody's happy. It's pretty good. Yeah. So, I also have a 15-year-old son. Well, he's almost 15. He's turning 15 this month, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, he's a handful. Teenage boys, they didn't warn you about that. I mean, I knew about teenage boys when I was a teenage girl, but this is a whole different level of weirdness. Like, I walk into his room and it just smells like hope and Axe body spray and dirty socks. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so, but it's really weird because I try very hard to be a forward-thinking, sex-positive, open parent, you know, and have the tough discussions with my kids whenever they need them. And let me tell you, that is really difficult to do because sometimes I don't want to answer their questions. And it started when my son asked me several years ago, why do adults always giggle when they hear the number 69? I know why I giggle, but I didn't want to tell him because he still seemed kind of young. And so that was the first time that I lied to him. And he said, well, honey, it's a math joke, and you just need to study more. So, yeah. But I've discovered the secret to talking about sex with your kids is that I can't look them in the eyeballs, or I just lie straight to their faces. So I have a lot of discussions with my kids in the car about sex. Also, then they can't get out and get away from me and stop the conversation, and then I can keep like telling them, well, this is what you're gonna have to do, honey, and yeah. So anyway, it's pretty crazy. Being a parent is tough. Being a parent, I was unprepared for all of that. They didn't tell you that when they gave you the sex talk in school, right? Yeah, it was bad. So where am I going with this? Sorry, momentary brain fart. Do you guys have those? I'm turning 40 this year, so like brain farts are kind of like my new sexy moment. I just, do this. And then everybody thinks I'm just being coy. It's really cool. No, I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was saying. Yeah, so, okay. Goodness gracious. We're gonna do this. Forgive me. We're about to go into the dark regions. So, is there anybody here who's bi? Lingual? You speak another language? Very little Spanish. Okay, cool. So, but I'm assuming then that English is your native tongue. Cool. You seem like a cool chick. Yeah. So are you good with your tongue? Atta girl. That's the way we like it. Well, I love messing around with other languages. Like, I just learned just enough of each one to be, like, dangerous, right? So, yeah, I just enjoy learning. And so I wrote a song about it because I'm a comic. That's what I do. I write a song about everything. So here we go. This is a song about my linguistic accoutrements. I speak a little Spanish. ¿Por qué es tan pequeño? No siento nada. I speak a little more French. Je donne bon tête. I can ask you to marry me in Japanese. Watashi to kekkon shite kudasai. Oh, I always hate trying to pronounce things in Japanese because I'm just afraid I'm going to bomb it. And then I'll have to do it twice. Or I can call you a mensch. Oy vey. But the language that comes so naturally to me is sexual innuendo in my endo. Because we've already established that I like things in the butt. And seriously, ladies, why are we saving this for just birthdays and anniversaries? That is good stuff. I mean, seriously, like 14 million gay men in this country cannot be wrong. And it's also the reason why I believe there's a saying that backdoor friends are best. Yeah. Like I could say, I came alone tonight. There are two things that could mean that I drove here all by myself, or I just flicked my bean. Little man in the boat? Hooded lady? Nature's Rubik's Cube. The weirdest one, I once had a guy call it a remote control, and I could not figure that one out until I realized it's because he never remembered where it was. And also because mine requires batteries to operate. You can say something harmless, innocent as a lamb. Then I will take what you utter and I'll throw it in the gutter with a wham bam, thank you ma'am. I miss the days of that's what she said. Remember that? Yeah, you just slipped it in and it felt right. Nobody? Oh, I gave you guys that one. These frickin' stoners. I'm just kidding. I just love messing with you guys. You know, that's one of the best things about being a comic is just messing with people. And there's nobody better in the world who does that than my personal comedy hero. Do you guys have any idea who that might be? She's awesome. She's like your granny here on steroids. Betty White. Yeah. Freaking love her. And when I grow up, I want to be just like Betty White. Ba-da-ba-ba, thank you for being a friend. Ba-da-ba-ba, hope that you'll have me come back again. 'Cause I'm trying hard to be a big-time comedian. Crap, I don't know how to play this part. Ba-ba-bum, trying to do my duty. I just said duty. And get a few laughs from you. And you can see that I am charged up sexually. 'Cause I am like not Rose Nyland at all. Total Blanche Devereaux. Man, I don't know what happened, but 35 hit and I was all like, woo. And in closing, I will say, just come in my back door, my friend. Oh, you guys are super fun, super duper fun. I'm gonna take a break with my tradition real quick. Normally, I will play through a whole set, but I'm not gonna do that tonight because I wanna talk about something. I want to tell you guys the story since you're a live captive audience and also because millions of people are watching. Still believe in that. Millions. I want to talk to you guys about the reason that I do comedy and why I love comedy. You guys can probably tell pretty easy that I'm a person, I love to laugh, I love to have a good time. I am like open for anything, right? You guys can read that. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I've been on a journey my whole life, and since I'm turning 40 this year, I've decided to just really own up to who I am as a person and to really embrace all the parts of me, even the parts that are tough and difficult and not so pretty. I mean, besides my saggy tits, like I'm fine with those, sort of. Okay, but yeah, so one of the reasons that I love comedy is because it is so healing. Laughter is one of the most important things in the world. Yes, I agree. That is something that we should applaud. Yes. Making people feel a sense of joy, helping them to escape, helping them to escape what their day-to-day life is important. And I know exactly how that feels. Because there was a Sunday in July back in 2003, and my mom and my 3 kids, they were 3, 2, and 1 at the time. We were in the car on a Sunday morning, and we saw these 2 ladies changing a church sign during the middle of church. And we looked over, and the sign that they had changed, they had just gotten the letters up and they were closing the doors. And it said, the pastor told us to change the sign, so we did. Right? And I can just remember, I just laughed so hard at that. And the women who had just done the sign, they were giggling anyway. And then they saw my mom and I laughing. And they just had tears streaming down their face. And it was just this beautiful collective moment of joy between strangers. And I love that feeling. And at the time, my mom and I pulled over and we just sat in the car and just cried and laughed because it was just such a hilarious moment. And then she looked at me and she said, "Okay, are you ready to go?" And I said, "No, but we have to do this." And the reason she asked that is because at the time she was driving me and my 3 kids to the women's shelter. And we had all of our belongings in the back of her car. All my clothes and the kids' clothes were in trash bags. And we were heading off to a place that was safe for us. And so when I got to the shelter, I can just remember being just so full of grief. And my marriage was over. I was 25 years old, and I felt like I'd failed already. And I cried nonstop for 72 hours, just grieved over that situation. And I just realized that I was just broken in a million pieces. I was broken. And so on the 4th day at the shelter, I got up and I just needed a sense of normalcy, just something, anything just to make me feel like things were okay. And I looked down and I was a Chewbacca from the waist down. I hadn't shaved in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, that's something normal that I can do, right? So the kids were taking a nap and I went to the, thank you so much. I went to the woman who was in the office at the time at the women's shelter. And I asked her, I said, I have a lot of things here, but I don't have a razor with me. Can I please have a razor from your supply closet? Because they keep things there for all the women and children who come to the shelter. And she looked at me and she said, "Charlie, I'm so sorry that I have to ask you this question, but I need to know why you want the razor." And I stopped and I took pause in that moment because I really didn't know the answer. I didn't know. All I could hear were the messages that I had heard for the last 4 years playing over in my head. You're not funny. You're ugly. No one will ever love you. You can't make it on your own. And that was the only thing that I could hear. And she looked at me, "Charlie, what do you want to do with a razor?" And I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know if I had enough strength inside me to be able to get through the next hurdles of what was to come with custody battles and restraining orders and just dealing with raising 3 kids on my own and being in this broken situation. I didn't know. And she looked at me and she's like, "Charlie, what do you want to do with the razor?" And I didn't know, but in that moment, I knew I wanted out. But I didn't know if I had the courage to be able to do something as drastic as what she was suggesting. And I was so ashamed that I was in this mess because I was supposed to be a really smart kid. I have a really high IQ, and yet I'd gotten myself trapped in this situation. "Charlie, what do you want to do with the razor?" And I looked at her, and in that moment, I made a split decision. And I said, I am going to shave off my eyebrows. And she looked at me and her eyes got real big and she said, "Well, it doesn't say anything in the manual about that, so I guess you can have a razor." But it was in that moment that I decided that joy mattered more than anything else in this world. That giving yourself a moment to laugh and to use humor and happiness to deal with situations that are tough, that was more important than anything else in the world. Love matters, but love is work. Joy is something that you can find everywhere around you. You just have to look at things in a different way. And ever since then, I have become like a passionate chaser of joy and laughter. I look for the ridiculous. Did you know that up here on the corner at your little Phillips gas station that somebody has drawn an ejaculating penis in the dust on the window? Yeah, I took a picture of it because that's fucking awesome. It's one of those things that maybe everybody else misses, but I see it because my eyes are wide open. I'm looking for joy. I want to laugh. I want to have those moments where I can face everything that is happening in my world because I have enough laughter to carry me through. I seriously, sometimes I think that I chase joy harder and faster than like Billy Mays selling OxyClean. I mean, without the cocaine, because clearly I don't do cocaine. Kidding me? I couldn't handle cocaine. Weed makes me hit on girls. But that's not why I hit on you. I hit on you because you seem like you're really cool. But yeah, so, I'm so excited. We're gonna have to exchange numbers and become Facebook friends after this. But yeah, so I just decided that was something that was just more important to me than anything. And now, 14 years later, I have my oldest daughter, who was 3 at that time. She's now 17, and she just graduated valedictorian from her class. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I mean, she homeschools, but still, I think that it's pretty awesome. And my middle daughter, she's become this like staunch feminist, and seriously, you just do not want to mess with her, and she is going to change the world, and I'm flying my rainbow flag real high in support of her because she is just freaking awesome, and I'm so happy to accept her exactly the way she is and love each and every inch of her, because that's what we should be doing for each other, is loving and accepting each other. Yeah, I agree. That's another thing we should clap about. We should all try and love a little more. And then my teenage son, man, I just hope he doesn't get arrested before he turns 18. Teenage boys, I'm telling you, it's pretty crazy. But thank you for giving me a moment to talk about that, because that's something that I've debated with talking about in comedy for a long time, and it feels really good. I feel like we've just had a cathartic moment. Pretty awesome. And I didn't mention my butthole one time. Pretty cool. Yeah. I should tell you that I am remarried, and very happily. I love this guy. He's amazing. The second version is much better. I made a lot of improvements in my list. Yeah, but he was talking to me when I was taking a bath the other day, and he was sitting in there, and we were having a conversation, and I was shaving my legs, and he was looking at me really weird, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, you're so beautiful and fascinating when you're shaving your legs. That's so sweet. And also, the fascinating part isn't that I'm shaving my legs. The fascinating part is when I try and do some gardening work and I have to try and reach around and get the asshole back there. So anyway, but I feel really fortunate, and I feel very excited to be living the life that I am now. And it's come because I don't take any shit anymore. I don't. You guys anybody can call me out, and that's fine, but I'm kind of done. I'm out to make my own dreams come true. And that's a lot of work and a lot of sweat and a lot of shows in places, in bars and in clubs and sanctuaries at a church for pot. By the way, pot is medicine. All right. I'm going to close with one song, okay? I need your help with this song. I think you're going to love it. I really hope so. It's not serious at all, I promise. We're getting back to the comedy stuff. So a couple months ago, a real good friend of mine, we're not going to say her name, but she's super awesome, Leslie Battle. And she was telling me a story about something that happened to her at a comedy club, and it was such a fantastic story. And so, of course, I put it into a song, and that's what I'm going to close here for you guys tonight. This is all from her perspective, sort of. Few liberties taken, not many. One night at the club, I saw this gorgeous man. He had a beard and he looked like a dream. I walked over that way so I could say hey. And on the way over, I may have creamed. And he whispered to me, I like your body. So I whispered in return, you make my butter churn. Because I kind of have a little social anxiety and I really didn't know what to say. But it's fine, because I have boobs, so it still worked. And then he grabbed my hand and off we both ran. And as he unzipped, I saw he was well equipped. So I went down like a Jaeger bomb. I sure had fun blowing his mind with this oral tradition and just a touch of submission. But the really hot consensual kind. Well, he looked down and said, you give incredible head. And I said, ooh. Then he stroked my face with care and he said, I'm almost there. So I ducked and it barely missed my hair. He said, I'm so ashamed, I don't even know your name, but it's my turn anyway, 'cause turnabout's fair play. Then he went down like a Jaeger bomb. That man almost brought me to tears. With a tongue like a linguist for surprise cunnilingus. And I swear he was breathing through his ears. He was breathing through his ears. So let's raise a glass. We don't have glasses, but we're gonna pretend. And sing this man a cheers. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready? Okay, here's what you're gonna sing. Down like a Jaeger bomb. Down like a Jaeger bomb. Keep going. Down like a Jaeger bomb. Down like a Jaeger. You got this? Keep going. I went down like a Jaeger bomb. I was blowing his mind. He went down like a Jaeger bomb. He was breathing through his ears. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna give me one more real big finish because I'm married. I haven't had one in a real long time. Down like a Jaeger bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Charlie Hester. Thank you so much for your love, First Church of Cannabis.
Oh yeah, keep it going for Charlie Hester.
You've been watching Canna City Limits. Thanks for tuning in.